Good day, weather technology students. In this video, we're going to talk about how we can use a script that's available for you on Jupyter Hub to download surface data that you can use for your semester project or making map journals or really any other purpose. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the terminal window so we can go ahead and copy over this file. And so I'm going to go ahead and first move into my MET130 directory, which for me is MET130 SP21. List the contents there. See, I have a whole bunch of files and scripts and notebook files and a whole bunch of stuff there. And so I want to go ahead and copy over the script that we want. And so the script is going to be located in Valpo courses, so I'm going to navigate to it over in my left-hand column here. And in WeatherTech, and it's called Download Archived Surface Data. And so what I can actually do is I can right-click and I can copy this path. And so then over here what I need to do is I need to first, if I want to copy a file, CP is my command. But then in order to get back to that top level directory, I need to go back a directory, so .. and then I can paste, I thought I should be able to paste, let's see, Control V maybe, Control V worked for me. To go ahead and paste instead of using the mouse there. So that pastes that full path to the name of the file, space, and then again, in order to copy something, I need to name it something, and so then we're going to go ahead and just do dot to call it the same thing. And so I'm going to navigate back to my MET130 directory so that then I can see this new download script. And so you can open it up if you want. You can read it. I've got a pretty extensive comment block here at the beginning for you to read if you want to. It's kind of a complex one because it's downloading remote data and does some things to it. But really what ultimately matters here is how it runs. And so now that we have it, we can list in time reverse order here and see that we have our download archived surface data script. And it should be set and ready to go. So all you need to do, type Python and then the name of the script file that you want to run. I'm using tab completion here to help me out. So Python and then space download archive surface data.py. And when I go to run this, then it's going to ask me a series of questions. It's going to say specify the start date in a YYYYMMDD format, which is our year, month, day format for surface data we want to download. So this would be the first day in a series of days that you may want to download. So for example, we could download some data from 2012. Let's go March. Let's go 12th. So March 12th, 2012. I remember that was spring break around here, and it was a very warm period. So maybe I want to plot that up, see what it looks like, see if 12th was the actual date. Then hit enter in order to input that value. And then it's asking you for an end date. So when do you want this date to end? You can go any amount of days in the future. The script is set up, it's going to download in 24-hour chunks. So at the very least, you need to put in the same date if you want to download just one day, or you can do any number of days in the future. I'm just going to do one for the purposes of our example here. And so I'm just going to do the same 2012-03-12. This is going to allow me to download just data from March the 12th, 2012. And then again, hit enter, and then it's running. And so the script will tell you that it's downloading data from this particular date. If you had multiple dates, it would then reissue this downloading statement with the new date when it transitioned to the new file. And so again, it's going to take just a little bit to download. There's a lot of data, over 180,000 points that it's going to download for any given day, and then save that locally as a .csv file. And so once we get it to finish downloading here, we'll go ahead and briefly look at the file. And then in another video, we're going to talk about how do we use pandas to read in that data and use it to make a surface plot. So again, don't worry if this takes a little bit of time here, because it really is having to go out and download quite a bit of data and munge on it just a little bit to get into a format that will be a little easier for us to use for this class. All right, it's finished up. And so now we can list again in time reverse order to see we have our new file in there. And what we should see is we should see it pop up here on the side. It now has a little green 4 square box thing going on for our CSV file. So we could double click on it and open it up. Now it may take a little while to open up here because it is a pretty big file. And you can see it contains a whole lot of stations at various val times, lat long values, and we could scroll over and see all the various pieces of information that are contained in here, including some things that I have structured in the download script to then add to this file here. So we've now got a file that can be easily read in then to a Python script or a Python notebook, a Jupyter notebook, to help us make a map. And so that's it. It's pretty easy to run this file. Once you run this file, then you have this data here located in this particular directory. In this case, I'm in my main working directory. And so I would need to note where this is so that then when I'm running notebooks in the future, running scripts in the future, so I can accurately access this data no matter where I might be running a script or a notebook from. But that's it for this video. Pretty easy to run this script to download data, of which once you have it downloaded, you're not going to need to download it again unless you need a new day's worth of data. And so when you're downloading data for your project, I would encourage you to expand the bounds of your time horizon just a little bit to make sure you have the data, and then you won't have to go back to downloading the data again. But feel free to use this to generate some data for any interesting day that you have for your cases, and this will be a more robust data set than what we have available on the Bergeron website. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.